welcome back to Streed's Guide to Fraggle Rock. And today I'll be reviewing Season 3, Episode 20, A Dark and Stormy Night. This episode starts out with Doc waking a frightened Sprocket from a nightmare about ghosts in the workshop, caused oddly enough by pickled gherkins. To quell Sprocket's fear, however, Doc decides to invent a ghost detector to ultimately prove that there are no ghosts in the workshop. Meanwhile on the rock, we're immediately hit with a sense of aimlessness as Gobbo's left with nowhere else to explore.
It's no use, Wimbley. Why, between Uncle Matt and I, there's nothing left to explore.
Well, what about the Crystal Cavern, Gobbo?
Oh, we already mapped that. There's nothing for me to do.
Oh!
Yeah?
Gobbo! Mogi said to pick up an extra radish today.
All I seem to be good for is going to the Gorg's garden to get radishes. Some explorer I am.
Meanwhile in the garden, Junior's helping Ma and Pa pack their things since they'll be leaving for their second honeymoon at the swamp cottage. Gobbo overhears this and is struck with the brilliant idea to map the Gorg's castle. The others are floored with excitement, comically misunderstanding that the Gorgs won't actually be there due to constant interruption. God, I fucking hate this trope. Anytime he could have just blurted out, "The castle's gonna be empty, you ditsies!" The others run off to spread the word about Gobbo's oh-so-exquisite expedition, and we cut back to the garden with Pa telling Junior that he'll be staying at the castle by himself, entrusting him with the sacred and solemn duty of guarding the most valued of Gorgic heirlooms, the crown jewel. Before they leave, however, Ma warns Junior to steer clear of garlic popcorn since it causes him to see and hear things. What's with this episode and food causing weird side effects? Moki and Red happen to spot the Gorgs leaving, and Red's enraged, believing Gobbo deliberately obfuscated the truth, vowing to really scare him. Meanwhile, Gobbo's all dressed up and are ready to go.
Alone. Can I come with you?
Oh, if you want to.
Oh, I know you're gonna be busy dodging those marauding Gorgs, and I won't get in your way. I promise.
Wimbley, listen, about those Gorgs, they really won't be a problem.
Oh, I know, because you can handle them. You're the bravest Fraggle alive.
Wimbley! Gee, now I almost wish the Gorgs were home. What am I saying?
We return to the garden again, and Junior's brimming with excitement at the prospect of being home alone, leading to an adorable, very Junior-esque song conveying his childlike wonder.
Well, no one tells you what to do when you're a big boy now, and no one tells you how to spell your special name. But I got lots and lots of different things to show them anyhow. I got lots of ways to play their grown-up games. And only when you're lonely and you're really ready now, you got lots of dreams, you got lots of schemes, and you're wow, a big boy now. Oh, yes indeed, I'm one big boy now.
While this may not be one of the most memorable or even exciting episodes, I've always cherished this song. It embodies the childish and carefree spirit of Junior. I think we all know how it felt when we were younger to stay home alone for the first time. It's a beautiful little song that's reminiscent of childhood wonder. Afterwards, Junior leaves to try and find a place for the crown jewel, with Wimbley and Gobbo arriving soon after. Wimbley's a bit frightened, however, but Gobbo reminds him that there are no Gorgs, as far as they know anyways. So they head to a different direction while Junior returns, leaving the crown jewel in a chest. Dumbass didn't even lock it. Gobbo and Wimbley come across the chest, and Gobbo naturally nabs the jewel. Wimbley's flipping his shit, wants to leave immediately, however, and Gobbo's inclined to agree, until something strange happens.
The Gorgs are down there, too!
Wimbley, there are no Gorgs.
No Gorgs.
None.
None.
Nowhere.
Okay. But if there are no Gorgs, Gobbo, that means the castle is haunted.
We soon learn that Red and Moki are the ones responsible for the spooky sounds. Boober's just there, and the three decide to explore the castle for themselves. Meanwhile, Gobbo's attempting to comfort Wimbley, who's still scared silly at the prospect of a haunted castle, and to help assuage Wimbley's petrified state, Gobbo does what he always does and reads a postcard from Uncle Matt. Matt finds himself breaking and entering again, believing he's wandered into a Gorg castle in outer space. I typically don't have all that much to add to the postcard segments, but I've always been fascinated by the oddly dim lighting in this building. It creates a foreboding atmosphere. I can see why Matt was a bit shaken beyond the obvious. Afterwards, Wimbley's fallen asleep, and I find it hilarious that there was clearly no effort to make it look like his eyes were closed. Meanwhile, getting sick of saying that, Junior's batch of garlic popcorn blows up. Seriously, what the fuck could be in that stuff for it to explode? Red, Moki, and Boober steal the jewel and decide to hide it in the Gorg's clock. Also, I've got to point this out, but how in the hell did Wimbley not spring awake from the explosion? In fact, none of the Fraggles really seem fazed by it, which makes even less sense when there's another explosion, and that's what alerts everyone. Also, you've got to love Gobbo rationalizing this as part of the storm when there's literally smoke entering the room.
No!
Why that?
They notice the jewel's missing, and Gobbo refuses to leave until he's found it. A moment later, Junior returns and also finds that the jewel's gone, fearing that the thief is in the castle. There's some running around in fright, and Junior returns, armed with a deadly net and plunger.
Maybe the thief is hiding in the armor. Oh, okay, thief. Stick him up. I got you covered. The jig is up. Oh, maybe mommy was right about garlic popcorn. Maybe I'm seeing things and hearing things too. Oh, where did you go, Crown Jewel?
Junior finds Gobbo and Wimbley, and in the midst of screaming and falling, the crown jewel is knocked free from the clock, with everyone realizing what they were afraid of the whole time.
You mean all those noises, that was you?
And you?
And you?
It was just Fraggles all along.
Oh, wait a minute. If you guys were and you made all the... Then what's that?
I won't even front. This scared the fuck out of me when I was a kid. I've always had an immense fear of people lurking outside windows watching me, and on my first watch when I was very young, I remember gasping in fright, horrified at the thought of a shadow lurking outside. Meanwhile, in the workshop, Doc proceeds to cease Sprocket's fear by scaring the absolute fuck out of him. Good job, Doc. Back in the castle, Junior has no idea what to do until, however, Gobbo has a typical stroke of genius, setting the plan in motion.
I guess I might as well go to bed after I put this, the Gorg Crown Jewel, back in its safe hiding place inside this chest. Boy, am I tired. What a night! Oh no! It's Pa!
Ha ha! Son, I'm proud of you!
Pa then explains that this was a test of Junior's maturity. Unfortunately, in doing so, however, he ruined his honeymoon with Ma. Junior then tells Pa that he couldn't have done it without the Fraggles, and predictably, Ma freaks the fuck out and the Fraggles rush away. Also, Gobbo finally gets the chance to explain to everyone that he thought the castle would be empty, and all ends well. We return yet again to the workshop, and Doc disconnects the fake ghost detector.
You see, there's nothing to worry about. There are no ghosts. Well, unless a ghost caused the short circuit.
If you couldn't already tell from my apathetic tone, this is another weak one. It's nowhere near as horrendous as the last episode I covered, but it's the very definition of no great shakes. My main gripe with this episode is the apparent lack of direction and a concise moral. There's an inkling of something approaching a moral, with Pa entrusting Junior to guard the crown jewel, but it's almost never properly fleshed out. We spend the majority of the episode with our main characters just wandering around in fright. I wouldn't call this one boring, but its pacing issues still hinder this episode. To be completely honest, I don't have a whole lot to say about this one, and that frustrates me. Although I'll admit, Junior does get a handful of great moments. I found his song endearing, and I love the scene where he attacks the armor. The comedy isn't all that impressive, but Junior's charm endears me, even in the blasé entries. I also adored the haunting Stormy atmosphere as well. I still find the scene where they spot the shadow lurking outside to be a little unnerving. I also feel that the twist with Pa sneaking in to test Junior could have been handled a little better, honestly. It's very sloppily executed and a complete giveaway because as soon as he walks through the door, you can tell it's obviously Pa. I really think more effort could have been made to obscure his fur and defining traits. As is, it's mildly unexpected. You know, for an episode that drags as much as this one does, I would have liked a little more build-up to the supposed thief entering the castle. Red's characterization also seems slightly off. I know she tends to be a bit dramatic, but I just don't buy her going through all this nonsense just to one-up Gobo. Of course, as I mentioned, I fucking loathe the trope of characters talking over someone obscuring important information that'll be relevant later. It's insipid, it's lazy.
I don't like it.
As for the Doc subplot, it's fine. Also, nothing really interesting. It's another one of your basic face your fears morals. I've got nothing else to add. Overall, this is what fits perfectly into my definition of an episode. Well, with that being said, I'm gonna give this one a middling mushroom. It's nowhere near an essential watch, but hey, if you want to kill time on a rainy day, I'd switch it on. Well guys, that was the review, and I will see you all next time.